I've always known that I wanted to be a writer, but growing up, I believed that a real writer needed an MFA. The problem? Well, here in Sweden, there aren't that many programs that offers that kind of creative writing education that I was looking for, which was a problem. So, instead of just going to university, I spent my early 20s traveling and working around the world. Looking back, that was probably one of the best things I could have ever done. I learned so much about myself and about the world, and those experiences has shaped everything in my writing today. And at 25, I finally started studying professional writing at university. It was a broad program that had journalism, creative writing, copywriting, a bit of everything, basically. And during that time, in November, me and my classmates decided to try NaNoWriMo. And, we pulled all-nighters at the schools, just writing and laughing and creating memories and trying. We didn't know what we were doing. We just started studying creative writing. A lot of us were dreaming about becoming published authors, but we didn't know what we were doing. And during those coffee-infused nights, during that November, I wrote my the first draft of a novel. That was the first time ever that I completed an entire manuscript. It was roughly 50,000 words. I did not know, how long a book is supposed to be. I didn't know anything back then. But just that feeling of actually having accomplished such a big milestone that, most people only talk about writing. They don't even finish a first draft. So if you finish the first draft, you're way ahead, much more ahead than most people. And that was a huge milestone for me. And around the same time, I started collaborating, ghostwriting someone's life story, co-writing a movie manuscript. It was a creative whirlwind, and I also spent a long time, partying and having fun with my friends. Looking back, I wish that I would have spent a little bit more time writing and taking my writing more seriously, because back then I had a lot of free time, spare time. And if you're at university now, or if you have time to write, don't take it for granted, because, you'll never have as much time writing as you do at university. So try and build a routine and make it count, because, taking it seriously, that can actually be the difference between having writing it as a hobby and making it a career. I got creative burnout after university. I started working as a communication specialist. It was super exciting writing articles every day, but it was also exhausting. By the end of the day, I had nothing left when it came to my creative writing, and my stories fell asleep. I left them in the drawer on my computer, and I didn't look at them for years. Maybe I took them out a few times a year just to try and edit. But the problem was that I can't, the way I work as an author and as a writer, I need to be in my projects. I can't just dabble and look at them every now and then, because then I will forget everything. So I need to continuously be working on my manuscript, because otherwise the startup, when I start editing or whatever, that takes far too long. And that's why I decided to upskill and, go from communications to do marketing instead. So I applied for a program at Berg's School of Communications here in Sweden and started studying growth marketing for a year. That was a great experience, because then I learned how I could use my communication skills in a different way. I learned copywriting. I learned to be data-driven. And, as a person, I'm a very creative person, as you can tell. I love making videos. I love taking photos. I love creating stuff. And being able to look at the data to see what works is great for that. So that was a really good choice for me, career-wise. I started working as a growth marketer. And when I did that, all of a sudden I had energy to write again. And that's when something really unexpected happened. So I found the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and that woke something in me. I joined an online writing group and started writing more regularly again. It started with once a week, and then it became more and more. And I also realized that the only way that I would know if my novel was ready for publishing or not was to try and publishing it and sending it to different publishing houses. You know what happened? I got accepted. So I became a published author with my debut novel, Flykten, and that lit a fire in me. And I started following this dream that I've had all my life. I even took a year off from work to write full time, which gave me a stack of books that are nearly finished. I think I have 7 manuscripts that are soon, hopefully, ready to be published. And today I'm juggling my, marketing, ghostwriting, and writing my own books. And you know what? I love it. I get to do what I love, and I get to learn and share my experience with you guys. Right now, there's a lot of focus, I think, on my, building up my writing business and building up myself as an indie author. But it has been a long time coming, there are so many small mistakes that it could have gone a lot faster if I wouldn't have hesitated, I guess. But the thing is, those hesitations and those backfire, they also taught me really important lessons. So even when I'm doubting, I should still push forward, because in the end, it will all be fine. One of the things that I've learned is this. You don't need an MFA. You don't need permission. And you just need to start. If you're dreaming of becoming a published author, drop a comment and let me know below. And tell me what's holding you back. Is it you thinking you need an MFA? Is it you thinking, maybe my manuscript isn't ready yet, like I did, and then I sent it in and it got accepted? Or is it you thinking, maybe I can't publish anything on my own? Because that was also a blockage for me. I was like, no, I need external validation. I need to go trad. And then I thought, wait, I have a collection of essays that I've written throughout the years. I've taken so many writing courses. So I just decided to try and just do it myself. So here is my collection of essays. I decided to publish it myself with my own indie publishing house, just to learn the process. You know what? It wasn't that hard. It was actually a lot of fun. And I can see now, people with barely any marketing, people are still buying my collection of essays, which is amazing. I'm just, so happy. And this means that I can do whatever I want, but I still need to dare and do it. And now I'm here 10 years later. I've published 2 books. There are a lot more books coming already this year. And you know what? If I can do it, so can you. I really hope that this video could help inspire you to follow your dreams. And I just wanted to show that it doesn't have to be that hard. And also that it's okay to feel like it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have doubts. We all have them. If you study writing, then you also know that after the rain comes sunshine. So maybe it's just a pinch point. Maybe it's just a plot point. That is also like a coping mechanism for me in my own life right now. So when something hard happens, I'm like, okay, but if I get through this, I will come to the next level. And, I'm trying to live out my own hero's journey or whatever. And with that, I just wanted to say welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.